My brother moved his girlfriend into my apartment without asking. I came home from a business trip and found strangers living in my bedroom. Not exaggerating, not being dramatic, actual strangers in my actual bed. My brother moved his girlfriend and her 3 cats into my apartment while I was gone, didn't ask, didn't text, didn't warn me. When I confronted him, he said, and I quote, "You weren't using the space anyway." My mom says I'm heartless for kicking them out. My brother says I'm choosing stuff over family. And my ex-girlfriend, she's watching all of this from Instagram and liking every single post my brother makes about what a terrible person I am. I need to know if I'm crazy, so here's the full story. I'm 29, I have a 2-bedroom apartment in the city, nothing fancy but it's mine. I work hard for it, I've been there for 4 years. My brother is 26, let's call him Derek. Derek has always been, how do I put this nicely, a walking garbage fire. He's never held a job longer than 6 months. He's been kicked out of 3 apartments for not paying rent. He owes our parents thousands of dollars they'll never see again. He's the kind of guy who borrows $20 for gas and then posts pictures at a concert that same night. About 2 months ago, Derek calls me, says he needs a place to crash just for 2 weeks. His roommate situation fell through. He's got a new job starting soon. He just needs to get back on his feet. I've heard this speech before, we all have. But he's my brother and my mom guilt-tripped me hard. Family helps family. What if something happens to him on the street? You have an extra bedroom just sitting there. So I said yes, 2 weeks max. I made him promise, no parties, no drama, and absolutely no moving anyone else in. He promised, looked me in the eye and promised. Fool me once, right. 3 weeks later, I had to go out of town for work. 5-day business trip, left on a Monday, coming back Friday night. I texted Derek before I left, "You good?" He replied, "All good," holding it down. Friday night rolls around, my flight lands at 10 p.m. I'm exhausted. All I want is my bed and my shower. I walk up to my apartment door, hear music inside. Okay, fine, he's having a friend over. Annoying, but whatever. I unlock the door. The music is loud, really loud, and there's a smell, not bad smell, just different, like candles and cat litter and someone else's perfume. I walk into the living room. There's a girl on my couch I've never seen before. She's watching TV in pajamas that definitely aren't mine. She looks at me, doesn't move, just says, "Oh, you're back early." I say, "Who are you?" She says, "I'm Jenna, Derek's girlfriend." I say, "Okay, where's Derek?" She points toward my bedroom. My bedroom. I walk down the hall, open my door. Derek is in my bed with my pillows, using my phone charger. My room now has fairy lights strung up. There's a litter box in the corner. 3 cats are staring at me like I'm the intruder. I say, "What the actual F***, Derek?" He sits up, rubs his eyes, and goes, "Oh hey, you're back, this is Jenna." I say, "I met Jenna. Why is Jenna in my apartment?" He goes, "She's staying for a bit. Her place was toxic, she needed out." I say, "For a bit, Derek, I've been gone 5 days." He goes, "Yeah, we got settled, it's fine." I lost it a little, okay, I lost it a lot. I told him they had to leave, tonight, both of them, the cats too. That's when he hit me with the line that still makes my blood boil. He said, "Dude, relax, you weren't even using the space. You were gone for a week, we just made ourselves comfortable, what's the big deal?" I said, "The big deal is this is my apartment, my name on the lease, my furniture, my bed you're lying in." He said, "It's not like you were here, we didn't touch your stuff, well, except the bedroom and the bathroom and the kitchen, but we cleaned." I looked around my room, my stuff was pushed into corners, my closet was half full of her clothes, my dresser had her makeup on it. I walked back to the living room, Jenna was still on the couch, still watching TV, still not moving. I said, "Jenna, I need you to pack your things." She looked at Derek, he shrugged. She said, "Can it wait until morning? I'm in the middle of this episode." I said, "No, it cannot wait." She sighed like I was being completely unreasonable and slowly got up. Derek followed me into the kitchen, lowered his voice. "Come on, man, where's she supposed to go? It's almost midnight." I said, "Not my problem, she's not my girlfriend, she's not on my lease, she's not my responsibility." He said, "Family helps family." I said, she's not family. She's your girlfriend of apparently 5 days who you moved into my apartment without asking. He said, you're being dramatic. I said, I'm being dramatic. I come home from a business trip to find strangers and cats in my home, and I'm the dramatic one. It took 2 hours. 2 hours of Derek sighing dramatically, Jenna making passive-aggressive comments, and 3 cats hissing every time I walked past. They finally left around 1 a.m. Derek texted me from the parking lot, hope you're happy, she's sleeping in my car. I didn't respond. The next morning my phone exploded. My mom called me screaming, how could you throw that poor girl out in the middle of the night? She could have been murdered. Is your couch really more important than her safety? I said, Mom, she wasn't supposed to be there at all. Derek had no right. Mom said, he's your brother, he was just trying to help someone, you're so selfish. My dad texted, this isn't how we raised you. My aunt called to say she's praying for my hardened heart. Derek posted on Facebook, when you realize your sibling cares more about their stuff than your happiness. 57 likes, my ex-girlfriend liked it, my ex-girlfriend who I haven't spoken to in 2 years. Jenna apparently posted in a local Facebook group warning people about me, called me unstable and said I kicked a pregnant woman and her cats into the street. She's not pregnant, I asked Derek. He said, well, she might be, we haven't checked. I'm not making that up. It's been 2 weeks. Derek and Jenna are staying with our cousin now. The cousin texted me saying, thanks for sending them my way, really cool of you. My mom hasn't spoken to me since the phone call. She sends articles about forgiveness to my email every morning. My apartment still smells like cat litter no matter how much I clean. I found cat hair in my coffee mug. I don't even own a cat. Derek keeps texting me asking if he can come get the rest of his stuff. It's not his stuff, it's my stuff he was using. He left a toothbrush, 3 hoodies that smell like cat, a half-empty bottle of something that might be cologne or might be cleaner, I don't know. The cat scratched my door frame, my security deposit is gone. And somehow I'm the villain. I told my coworker this story. She said, why didn't you just let them stay until morning? I said, because I wanted to sleep in my own bed. She said, but it was late. I said, but it's my apartment. She said, yeah, but still. But still. That's where we are, that's the world I live in now. Where moving strangers into someone's home without asking is fine, but asking them to leave makes you the bad guy. So here's where I need your help. My brother wants to talk this weekend. My mom says I owe him an apology for embarrassing him in front of his girlfriend. My dad says I should let them move back in just until they find their own place because that's what family does. I told them all no. Derek texted me this morning, you're going to regret this when you need something someday. Maybe he's right, maybe I'll need a place to crash in 10 years and he'll laugh in my face. But honestly, after watching him treat my home like a free Airbnb, I'd rather sleep in my car than ask him for anything. So tell me, am I wrong? Should I have let them stay? Should I apologize? Or do I change my locks, block their numbers, and accept that I'm the villain in this story? Because honestly, being the villain feels a lot better than sleeping on my own couch while 3 cats judge me. What would you do?